Okay guys, so you seen a little warm up for the bucket golf on the green. So we do a couple of things. We actually do real putting. It's just cold today, and I haven't had the chance to really trim around the holes to get to put the flags on. I might do it later on for the weekend. And forgive if my speech is a little slurred. I just had a bad allergic reaction to some meds, so my lips are still swollen some, and it's hard to formulate the words. But let's get to this video. So first grass that I put down in lawn when I started going Elite Seed was Blue Resilience from Twin City Seed. It has a great mixture of turf type tall fescues and bluegrass. Now, what I can say about that one, 5 to 7 days, I had germination sprouts out the ground. 7 to 10 days, I was well over an inch and a half. If I was going that normal 23-day cycle, I was at my first mow. Actually, to be honest, I was mowing at about day 15, 16. Great things I like about the grass. The color is immaculate. I love it. I do like the self-repair that the Blue Gem Kentucky Bluegrass that I have in that mixture gives. Even to the point like right here, you guys can't see it, I might put a shot up, but it's a rock bed that's right here, right? That I use for drainage from the patio. That KBG and the Artimuss with the lateral spread turf type tall fescue that's in that blend actually grew through the rocks, under and through it. I could barely see the rocks now, so that's a plus out on the growing for me. It wasn't too much that I really didn't like about that seed. Handled dealing with fungus pretty well. Early spring, early summer, had no issues with it. Only reason I killed it off was to try something else. Then I went Artimuss. Now, Artimuss is a nice Mountain View Seeds blend. A lot of great cultivars in that. Color on Artimuss is a little bit lighter than the Blue Resilience. Now the bad thing, because depending upon your treatments, you can get it darker with iron and all that, so that's not a big selling point. And to tell the truth, to the eye that doesn't really look at it, you wouldn't be able to tell that's lighter unless you actually know the blends, hands down. Artimuss sprouted out of the ground 3 to 5 days. It's treated with a growth stimulant. You can see it by the blue seeds. When it sprouted, initially I was happy, then I was like, wait a minute, it went through a pout stage for about 4 to 5 more days, and we got rain. I left out on work one morning, I think it's like around day 7 or so. It was raining. I came back the next morning to look at inch, then it jumped to like 1.75 to 2 inches in another day and a half or 2 or so. So one thing I can say about the Artimuss is it does come out the ground fast as heck after it gets through its powder stage. Things to watch for in the Artimuss. Young Artimuss, granted I planted it closer to the summer, does not like fungus pressure until it gets a chance to be established. Once it's established, it handles that stuff no problem. But in the early summer, I did have to apply more fungicides than I typically would on my grows, on my grass, and I think that would have been with any blend, period. So it's not a knock. It's just something to watch for, and something that I probably honestly won't do again. I did it to kind of prove a point that you can plant early in the summer and it'll be fine. It came up fine and it lasted actually. I was able to jump on top of it. It kept its density, and what I do love about the Artimuss, the more you cut it, the prettier that sucker gets. I think that's with any grass seed blend, but it actually turned out very well. And then I got introduced to Apex, so I had to give Apex from Apex Fescues this fair shot. Killed everything off again, so this is number 3 of tall fescues this yard this year. I killed the Artimuss off, I put the Apex on, and without the growth stimulant now, actually no, I'm gonna be fair, because when I got the Apex, I also ordered a biostimulant, Adam's Earth, to use the plant. Excuse me. When I was seeing, ooh, sweet smoky old fashioned hits right. But that being said, I had germination 4 to 5 days. Day 7, I was at 1.5 inches. By day 14, I was mowing And I was real mowing, and I was maintaining it at 1 inch. And I maintained that inch cut on that tall fescue by itself for a whole month. I mean, it just kept growing and getting thicker. I wanted to go lower, so I actually went back and added some bluegrass, some Kentucky bluegrass, Blue Envy, into it, just so it could support more low mowing. And I was kind of expecting to see like the fescue drop off, and I would see thinning. Didn't see it. I'm gonna walk back around the front. You guys seen all the videos. That's what's in the lawn right now. Is Blue Envy and Apex. Awesome. Same things with the Artimuss. Younger Apex does not like to handle the fungus pressure. It likes to get established and do its thing, as with all grasses do. So if you plant early, or in a season, or in the time of the season where fungus pressure is high, you have to stay on top of your fungicides. No question about it. That's going to be with anything. If I had to choose a best seed, I honestly can't. I really can. The Blue Resilience is great. The Artimuss is great. The Apex is great. It all depends on what you want to invest your money in, and the price range is about the same. If I could say more affordable, it is going to be the Apex, and the Apex has cultivars, the top 4 or 5 listed cultivars from the Intel Trials, the latest one at that. So does Blue Resilience, and ours, they all are right there in the top 10. So like I said, you can't really pick. It should not be a battle on who has the best. It really comes down to your care plan and your process. What you do when you overseed. Do you really clean your turf? Do you take out your thatch layer? Yes, tall fescue has thatch in it. It has roots that's going to be in the system as well. So even if you have fungal pressure and the grass died, and you got roots that are still just laying there because the roots don't really just dissipate, that's organic matter that's in the soil. All of that stuff counts. So stop being pig-headed. You do have some type of thatch layer in your lawn. If you clean the turf, you give your turf a much better chance to survive and thrive, actually. So that's my take on it. There's no knocks on the grass. Trust me, I have other properties. At one property, I have 100% Artimuss. Another property, I have, like this one, Apex and Blue Envy. And I have another property that's all Blue Resilience. And I have my aunt's property that is tough turf. It all depends down on the care, guys. So if I say it was a battle of the Titans, it's really not. To me, there is not going to be a top. It's just going to be your preference on what you want to do for your investment and what you're going to do, how much care you want. The one that does take the less care, I can say, is a tough turf, and the Blue Resilience takes slightly less inputs than the Apex or the Artimuss. Not significantly less. So I'm talking whereas if I were to do 4 spoon feed treatments a month, I would say probably 3, maybe 2, depending on the time of the season for tough turf. That's the biggest difference. The biggest difference with tough turf also is watering. I don't have to water it as much, and it still holds up. That lawn is looking immaculate now. To some degree, and it's higher, but a little bit stronger than mine. And I just had a lot of stuff going on here. Weeds from the field, from the new side, the top of the hill that I did take care of. But all in all, the grass is good. So that's my take on it. Any one of those 3 choices, you're going to be fine with. Any one of those 4. Actually, tough turf I didn't even get onto, but I might actually do a special video on that one. But again, all of those grass seeds are great. There's no knock on anyone. They all have their great qualities. And tell the truth, if you was to take a name off a bag, all of them, and I just had the choice of planting one, I'll just plant it and be happy with whatever I get, as long as I'm doing my right treatment process, which is going to be the next couple of videos. What we're going to go through next, turf prep. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be back with you soon. Y'all boss.